It's getting kind of late in the day, and it's starting to rain, unfortunately. But I just drug all my gear down to this spot I've been wanting to dig for a while. Basically what we have here is an old house foundation. Now I have looked around here before. I found a few Civil War bullets and a couple other things, but I've never actually dug down where the house used to sit. There's a ton of trash here though, so that's going to be a major problem for us. There's tires and bottles, and in fact I almost sat down on a bottle right here. But nothing's really old. I don't see it now. But I'll show, well, there it is. Tons of stuff like this. I mean, it's everywhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to dig a hole straight down in this foundation, see if there's any type of good stuff in there, and if there isn't, we're going to move on and check out some new spots. Now, I did bring a metal detector with me today too. Unfortunately, it's not a waterproof one, and if it starts to rain, we're definitely going to have to split. So, but if this pit right here doesn't check out, we'll hit the land some, and I'm sure we'll find at least a couple bullets all around here. So what do you think? Want to get to it? I spent like the last hour hiking here, so that's why I'm out of breath. Sorry about that. All right, let's get to it. I'll show you the pit here first, the foundation area. So this is the foundation right here. At least I think it was a foundation. You can kind of see it's a squarish hole that runs across, and there's a bunch of trash, old, tires and whatnot in here, and it runs over to that area and back around by the base of this tree where I was just sitting. So what we're going to do is we're just going to dig straight down right here, and the video might only be like a minute longer than it is right now, but if that's all it is, we'll go ahead and hit the land some with the metal detector that I brought with me. So what we'll do is we're just going to scrape the leaves back here and just dig a hole straight down and see if we can find any artifacts. And I'm basically looking for stuff like bricks and broken glass. This soil looks really good, doesn't it? It's easy digging here. And this hole could actually be like 5 feet deep, though. We don't know yet, so. The foundation, anyway. This could just be where it's been filled in over the years with stuff. So, I'm going to keep digging. Just dig a small trench-like area so that we can get the dirt out. I'm not seeing anything yet. All right, let's widen the side. We're already having to go down a little deeper than I had hoped. You can see there's nothing in the dirt yet. That's man-made. A couple roots that were white. Jeez. See, the soil has changed colors now. See how much lighter that is? Something's going on. It could be that there really was never a foundation here either. Well, it looks like there probably was because of the, it sunk down a little. I'm seeing absolutely nothing though. Nothing at all. Heard a little, oops, shovel's breaking. Heard a little crunch, I thought that might be a brick, but I think it's just a root. Alright, well, this is not looking good. I cannot believe there's nothing in this hole. Oh man, I had such high hopes. There's a rock down there. It's not a brick, unfortunately. This might not have been the house. I thought it was. This is what we have so far. The hole's about almost 2 feet deep. Does change colors down about 18 inches or so. I see no artifacts whatsoever in here. This lighter dirt I think is probably the natural layer. But what we're going to do is one rock. Yeah, that's a rock. What we're going to do is get the metal detector out, or I'll do that, and check it. And if there's no signals in there whatsoever, I'm going to go ahead and fill it in. There's a couple other areas I want to do test pits in right in this general location, so I guess we'll just wait and see if there's anything there before I turn the camera on. Hey, all right. So I've gone around and I've dug holes in every one of these little dips that I thought were foundations, and I found 0 targets. So I've come to the conclusion that They're actually probably where trees have tipped over many, many years ago, and the root balls pulled the dirt out and left these little depressions. So we're going to go ahead and surface hunt for a while. I know there's a house here because I've seen it on the map, and I have found some Civil War stuff nearby. So we'll just surface hunt, look for areas where there's tons of iron or tons of good stuff. Gold coins! Okay, let's get to it. Well, I have good news and I have bad news. The bad news is I walked off without my camera. I left it sitting on my jacket. But the good news is I started finding a few things not too far away. So let me show you what I found so far. Now I've been at it for about half an hour, 45 minutes, and I found some junk. This is just a piece of wood or something that has some screws in it that rotted away. Big old piece of iron, some pieces of strap iron. Doodad, a shotgun shell, hull, and 2 pennies. Look at that on this thing. But those are both Indian head pennies. I have not cleaned them off to look at the date yet. Those are the last 2 things I found, so I figured we better grab the camera because this might be as good as it gets. Alright, let's go ahead and wipe them off. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and set these turn the camera off for a minute and clean these up a little bit, and we'll see what the dates are. Not fatty, so they're probably post-Civil War, but I mean the house was here in 1880s. So that's not surprising. Alright, let me clean them up. Alright, so here they are. It looks like a 1900 and a 1904. I just kind of put a little bit of bow spit on there and just wiped them down a little. I know I've told you never to do that with copper coins, but with these Indian heads, it usually doesn't hurt them. I don't know if those are good dates or not, but I'll go ahead and flip them over and let you see the back, but I have to turn the camera off. Alright, this is the back, so I didn't clean them up too much. The reason I had to turn the camera off is I have it on microscope, so it really shakes a lot if I move it. Alright, we'll get the next one on film. Hopefully there'll be some silver over there too, so let's go over there and check it out. Hold your breath. What I'm going to do is just kick the leaves back like I did here, because there's a lot of foil and bottle caps right in the leaf cover, but if you move it out of the way, if it disappears, I'm not going to bother with it, but this one stayed in the ground. Not a bad reading. I mean, it could be junk, but we'll find out together if you're prepared. I have found a lot of junk. That's junk. Junk, look. That's a little piece of iron, part of a some type of bucket or something, or pot. You can see the strap going around there. We'll listen to the hole again. I thought that might be something good. So kind of sorry to turn the camera on for you, but yeah, some more iron there. I don't know, something kind of squeaky there. It's probably iron too. Kind of locks in on something right here. That might be good, I don't know. Oh, it's a bullet! I'm not sure if we were actually hearing this bullet underneath that piece of strap iron. But, ooh, what is that? I guess it's a fired bullet. Yeah, let me clean it off just a little bit. Be right back with you. This is a neat little bullet. It's out of a rifled gun of some kind, probably a rifle musket. And if you look here, you see this is flat. That's where the sprue was. That's where they poured it and they cut the sprue off. So I'm guessing. And if you look here, that's where the rifling made a mark in it. That flat area right there. But what's really interesting, you see those little hash marks inside of that flat mark? I believe this ball is probably from a rifled musket. And if you look at this area right here, see there's a flat spot there and a flat spot here. That's where the rifling made the mark on the lead, the soft lead. But if you look in the flat spot, you can see these little hash marks. That's where the this ball was patched. That's like cloth marks that got impressed into the lead when it was fired. The reason it's flat right there, I believe, that's probably where the sprue was. When they cast it, there would have been a little thing sticking up, and they would cut that off with a knife or a little cutter that they would carry sometimes. And that's probably where they ran the ball home with the ramrod, I think. But yeah, look, you can see the rifling going all the way around. You can count how many there are. That's a pretty cool little find right there. I like it. Not a bad little sound right here. We're not too far from that bullet. Could be in the leaves though. I just want to show you what I'm doing here. So I'll go ahead and pull the leaves back, and I'll do this for every hole. And then I test it again. Okay, so I know that's buried at least. That's a good sign. What's been happening is, like I said, there's a lot of like aluminum and stuff in here. When I kick the leaves back, you can see it fly off to the side. So I won't, I'll always kick the leaves back first. All right, let's go ahead and dig that thing. That says I hit it on all metal. I turned it to all metal by accident. You see I have indiscrim there. What I'd like to do is put it on sensitivity. You see I have it cranked all the way up. That way if I accidentally hit the buttons and roll them around, it just messes with the sensitivity and not what mode it's in. Alright. It's kind of shotgun shellish, but we're going to dig it because it could be a button. I didn't bring all my other gear to dig with. Unfortunately, I'm digging them with one hand. But this is probably the last hole I'm going to do this with. I'll just show you what I dig from now on after I already get it up. Yeah, there it is right there. It's a piece of can. Well, no, actually there's aluminum in there. That's what I'm hearing. See right there, it's a piece of aluminum with the can there. That's why it was giving that good squeak. So, alright, I'll check that hole, but I'm pretty sure that's all it was. Yep, alright, we're going to go ahead and cover it back up. Tamp it down, put some leaves on it, and call that one a day. What do you think? Well, looky here. I think this old brick was pulled out of the ground where that tree fell over. That's definitely an old one. There's a lot of iron in this spot, so maybe I am over the house site now. You can sell little pieces. So we'll definitely spend more time right in this area. I like it. Well, I just found a little flat button. Awesome. Wind's starting to pick up, so we probably won't be out here too much longer. But we're going to hunt this area a little bit closer right here. Well, we found our first mini ball. That's a fired Civil War bullet. Nice. Wind's really howling, so I don't think we'll be out here too much longer. Or at least I won't be able to film much longer. The problem is the air blows over my speaker on this particular camera. It makes terrible noises, so we'll try a little bit longer though. Hopefully that's not bothering you too much. So the cold front's come through. You can see the sky's clear and it's getting very windy. It's not too cold yet, but it's probably dropped about 10 degrees. We're going to go ahead and do a quick wrap up of the stuff I found. We didn't find a whole lot more, but we found a few things. This is what we ended up with today. We'll start with the, I guess that's a cat harness. Hopefully there was no kitty cat in it when it was lost. Couple bullets. There's one fired mini ball, and I think that's a fired bullet as well. A piece of lead there. This is a pewter spoon. It could date from the 1700s to well, mid 1800s. Another spoon and a little handle off of a spoon or a knife. One little round musket ball. The 2 pennies you already saw, and one button. That was it. This is that cool little musket ball that was fired. That's pretty neat. That's my favorite find, I think. This is a Bale Seal. This is a device that they would clamp on goods, whether it be like cloth goods or whatever, to help keep, so people wouldn't tamper with them, or if they did tamper with them, they would know. The same type of thing that they put on your electric meter outside your house. Same idea. They open it up, they break a piece of wire, and you can tell if someone got in there. Here's my junk pile. One little bottle. This is an injectable, probably a veterinary medicine thing, I would guess. And some junk. I mean, that's not very old, and you've seen all this stuff here. So, and a couple casings. This is a 22 Magnum, I believe, and another little probably pistol casing of some sort. So, not a whole lot, but we got 2 pennies. That's good. We're on the books for December for some coins. Those, I think, are my first. And I hope you enjoyed the little hunt. I sure did. It was good to be back out in the woods next time. I hope we'll do better. We'll come back here one more time this winter, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Wasn't real great, was it? We'll see. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. A couple more days to the new year, and we'll start all over again. We'll see you a little bit later.